Tressa. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I apologize. I'm a little hoarse today. And also, I'm going to make another chicken dish. I really like chicken breast. And I put my Cajun seasoning on them yesterday. And they've been marinating all day. And I've been debating on what to make all day long. And I think I'm going to make, my family calls it chicken fricassee. I don't know if it's authentic or that's just what we call it. And it's a stew, and we use roux and some tomatoes, but it's really good. And I thought I would bring you along, and I hope you enjoy the video. And I'm gonna, kind of just throw in the ingredients as I go. But anyway, hope you join me, and thank you for watching. Some of my ingredients. Here's some chicken breast that I cut in half, and Brad actually went to the store and he's gonna get me just a couple more pieces of chicken. We like to have a lot of meat. But then I have my, this is celery and red bell pepper. And this is some tomatoes we grew that are frozen. And there's onion underneath it. And it's yellow and purple. I can't look, I'm stuck at this, I'm so sorry. And these are my jalapeno plant's still making pretty peppers. That one's gonna be hot. I don't think I'm gonna put all of it. And I have some bell cubes. And I have some chicken stock. But the first thing I'm gonna do is put a little oil in my pot and sear some chicken. So let's get started. Oil in my pan, and you can use whatever kind of oil you like. I wouldn't use olive oil because I want to sear the chicken. I'm going to use some of this organic, whatever, coconut oil. And I'm going to also add a little canola oil, mainly because I just don't want to use all my coconut oil. Because we don't have a Trader Joe's here, so I want it to last a little bit longer. And you don't need a lot. I have it on really high, and I put an apron on because it's probably going to splatter. Oh, this one's not even open. I think I grabbed the wrong one. Because you're going to want to drain a little bit of this off. Unless you were making your own roux, which I do not do. Okay, let me see. I think I've shown you the roux before. This is delicious. And it's Raging Cajun. This is the, I think this is the dark one. And you can pour that oil off if you want. But let's start with, it's kind of getting late, so I'm going to make this video as quick as I can. So I'm going to get this hot, and then I'm going to get my chicken in. And you can see the seasoning. And you could also take the skin off if you wanted to. The seasoning, it's hard to get it on the inside, I find. I'm not gonna cook it all the way. I'm just gonna sear it just a little bit. My mom put this quite often, and I cannot remember exactly what she did. So I'm kind of just winging it here. But it's gonna turn out really good anyway, because I have really good ingredients. So let me cook this, and let me wash my hands first. You could get it a little hotter, but that's good. And we definitely have to pour off some of that grease. I wanted to show you guys, my dad gave me this Power Air Fryer XL. And I wanted to know if you guys would like me to do some recipes. It's quite big. There's a cake pan in there, in the basket. And I did some chicken and some french fries last night, and it was like really good. And the chicken was moist. It's a little bit dry on the outside. There's the chicken now. I flipped it too early because it stuck a little bit, but we're in a hurry here. Sorry about my finger. So I put a little bit more seasoning on there too, because some of the skin came off, and I don't know, I'm just like that. Sometimes I like the boneless ones better, but these are going to be really good in the gravy. I'm going to go ahead and take I'm going to turn the heat off and take this out of the pan. And I'm going to put it on this sheet tray over here and let it rest until I'm ready for it again. But you can see there's some flavor at the bottom of this pan from the chicken, but we definitely have to get rid of a lot of this oil. I put a little bit too much. So, and I decided not to add any more chicken. It just got me. This would be plenty for us. So let me drain this, and then we'll go to the next step. Let's see, I'll drain most of it out. I saved a little bit. And then we're going to put our onion in. And you can add any vegetables you like, but onions, you kind of really have to have onions, I think. And this is celery and bell pepper. You know, the Trinity. I use red bell pepper though. I prefer them over green. So we're going to cook this. And then I'm going to add a little garlic. Yeah, just a little deglaze the pan for you. This already smells really good. So let me cook these for a little while, and we'll go to the next. I'm cooking this down a little bit, and I forgot to add my jalapeno. I'm gonna do this with the fresh tomatoes because I have it. But you could also add a can of Rotel. You could put mild, spicy, whichever one you want. I think I'm gonna put just half of it because I think these are pretty hot. This one is. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are. But you can see the onions totally deglaze the pan. So next we'll add the. Actually, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to add a lot of garlic because I need to use it. I actually chopped it for another recipe and didn't do it, so and it'll work out just fine in here because we like a lot of garlic. You guys already know that. I say that all the time. Sorry. So yeah, I'm living on the dangerous side. I went ahead and I threw all the jalapeno in there. It's cooking really well. Oh, kind of messy today. So I think next I'm going to add a little chicken stock, and I have just a little bit of this one left. This is my favorite brand, Kitchen Basics. This one's unsalted, and then my next one is salted. And we don't have a lot of chicken, so I'm going to try to keep it. Well, I always say I'm going to try to make a small pot, but it doesn't end up that way because I just keep adding stuff. So that was about a third of a box, and this one's salted. And I kind of like. I do watch my salt sometimes, but on certain things I like to use the salted chicken stock, and this is one of the recipes that I would really like to. You can also just make this like this if you want. But we're going to add the roux. Once I heat this up to boiling, I'm going to start adding a little bit of roux. And it will take a little while to dissolve. And you can use as much as you want. You can make it as thick as you want. My mom made it pretty thick. But we'll see how it goes. Here's the roux. Brad scooped it out for me because it's really hard. Or my husband, sorry. So I'm just going to add, this is probably, I don't really know how much it is. How much is this?
Probably.
Like I said,
fourth of a jar. Probably
it's about 4 ounces. I'm gonna go ahead and add it all. And if it's too thick, I can always add more broth. But it's supposed to be thick, according to my late mother. And you want to be careful because it will boil over. We're gonna just let this dissolve, and then we'll see how thick we have it and go from there. I'll show you what it looks like. You can make it thicker if you want. You know, I'm going to add the tomatoes. It's going to probably make it a little thinner. I don't want it extremely thick, but I am going to add a little salt, and I might add the bouillon cube, but I'm going to taste it first and see. But I love black pepper in it, and red pepper, and garlic powder. We like all of that stuff. And I put a lot of garlic in here, but I'm going to add a little bit more garlic powder. And maybe a little onion powder. It kind of messes up your seasonings when you do it over the steam. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit more of the Cajun seasoning. It's really good, and it's not extremely salty. Just a little bit, because we don't want to overdo it. And the potatoes are going to absorb some of the seasoning as well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put the potatoes and the chicken back in and let the chicken cook completely. And then we'll taste it. I'm not going to taste it right now. But it's going to... I could have cut this chicken up even smaller, actually. I'm going to put the potatoes in here. Oh, I forgot about the tomatoes. I'm going to throw those in there. I don't know if all these potatoes are going to fit in here. Well, I'm using red potatoes, and I like the peeling on them. So I'm just going to throw them in here. Oops. This is about 4 potatoes. You can put as many as you like. You could even add some sausage if you wanted to. I'm not going to add that today. I thought about it because it's really good. I think I'm just going to leave it a plain chicken flavor today. So that looks perfect. So I'm just going to let this cook for a little while. No lid. And I'm going to put it on about medium, I guess medium. And I'll keep checking and make sure it doesn't stick, because roux will stick. So that's it, and I'll be back when this is cooked. Cook your rice. You definitely want rice with this. It's delicious. Oh, and I'm going to add some hot sauce. Cooking about 20 minutes. I just want to show you it's cooked down a little bit, and it's a little bit thicker. Maybe not a little bit thicker, but you want to... I turned it down because you know it will start sticking, and it looks really, really good. At the end, I'm going to probably put some green onions or parsley, but I'm going to check a potato. I don't think they're cooked yet. Oh no, not yet. So we have a little bit more to go. I think it's about ready. So I added just a couple of green onions. That's all I could find right now. And the potatoes are cooked. The chicken is cooked. And I did a taste test, and the seasoning is just right. But I'm just going to add a little bit of parsley. And my parsley is not doing very well outside, so I'm just going to add a little bit of this one. And then we're going to plate it up and do a taste test. Ready? Mm-hmm. This turned out to be fairly easy. And, you know, my mom always used the whole chicken and cut it up. And I just prefer chicken breast. You can use any kind you want. And the potatoes also, you can use any kind you want. I like the red ones the best. But the seasoning is just right. It's a tiny bit spicy, but not too much. And the tomatoes are sweet because they're from the garden. So it added a little bit of sweetness with the roux. And the potatoes are just perfectly done. This, I tasted already. I cheated, but this is so good. And this similar to gumbo, but a little different. You have to try it. Let me see. And I'll definitely, if I run out of chicken, I will add more or something to save that gravy, because it's so good. I put the perfect amount of roux. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't for more delicious recipes. And I'll see you next time. Bye.